Are we live?
Now we're live. You know what?
What?
Thursday looks good on me.
Happy Thursday.
I'm James,
And I am Emily.
and we show you our actual weight loss journey with the keto lifestyle.
Make sure you check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Are you still using Twitter?
Yes.
Okay. So most importantly though, don't forget to get ready.
Set.
Keto. And forgive me, I feel like I am talking through my nose. I have a little bit of a head cold going on.
It's better than talking out your butt. And if you hear slurping and chewing, that's because Noah's sitting right next to the camera eating chili.
Yeah.
So don't slurp. Oh, Mary Ann's here.
Hi, Marianne.
I haven't seen her since Keto Palooza.
I know,
In
right?
person.
I know.
I've seen her in our chat.
In real life.
Bob's here. Jennifer Lucas is here.
Hello, hello.
Jodelle Fields is here.
Hi, Jodelle.
Jackie's here.
Hi, Jackie.
And 22 Q Cat's here.
22 cute cat.
That's a fun name to say.
I know.
22 Q Cat.
Yeah.
The dogs are eating.
Yep. Of course.
Lynn's here. Phyllis is here.
Hi, Lynn. Hi, Phyllis.
All right, so yeah, first things first. Why are we on Thursday nights?
Right. So James kind of sprung this up on me
I did.
today.
I did. And I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, it's been something on his mind.
And so I've always known that I wanted to find a slot on Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
Eventually.
Right.
And the reason is because the reason I wanted to do Thursday, and I think she does too, and I think she'll like it better, is because, well, first off, on Fridays at 6:30, to give ourselves an hour before the Hungry Horde,
Right.
we ended up, like, it was really a push, because Emily don't get in until after 5.
Yeah.
So by the time we make dinner, most of the time our dinner set and got cold before, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't get to eat it until after the live.
Yeah, I my job is salary, so I'm expected to be there until things are done. So
Yeah, sometimes it's later. Sometimes she don't get in until almost 6, and
Yeah.
there just isn't enough time.
right.
Also, lately, Noah has been mentioning, Dad, when can we go to a hockey game? When can we go do this? And then Emily and Noah had a show 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And it seems like everything coming up and everything that we want to do is on Friday nights.
Right. And we just hate to cancel. So
We want to be consistent, and we figured
Yes.
that Thursday at 7 o'clock would be, it's before Joe and Rachel go live for 2KK,
yeah.
and they go at 8:30, and it just gives us time to be us.
Yeah.
And
So,
yeah, no rushing. And
Hopefully
then
it's not a hinder on anyone.
also I started looking up like all the hockey games and all the events that we could go to, and every daggone thing was on Friday night.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Maybe now is just the time to make the
The
switch.
shift, yeah.
Yes.
Shift
Marion
it
says
over.
she already has her ticket and hotel for Keto Palooza
Yay!
2023,
So do we.
and we will be there.
Yeah. We can't wait.
We bought our tickets the opening day.
Yeah.
I think it was like December 5th or 3rd or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a pain too, because it was like right before Christmas, and we was trying to budget all our money, and then all of a sudden KPL tickets go on sale. It's
But
like,
we had
oh,
to get them.
had to get them.
Yeah, it was such a blast last October, and definitely don't want to miss out.
No, because Keto Palooza was possibly the best vacation I've ever had.
It was definitely a highlight of 2022 for us, for sure.
So that leaves us with a void. What happens on Friday nights at 6:30?
Yeah.
And I've spoken with Jackie, and Jackie
Yes.
thinks that she's going to take that spot, that
Yeah.
Friday night at 6:30, which is after semi-retired Bob and
Mm-hmm.
before Heath and Shelley.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Thursdays are gonna work pretty well for us anyway, and allow for more family time, right?
On the weekends. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the opportunity, and I started seeing with things coming up, like in a couple weeks I have another dentist appointment.
And it's on a Friday, and they're gonna numb him.
It's on a Friday, and I have to have a deep cleaning done, and that's going to be very painful. And there's just a bunch of times that I don't want to, you know, we treat this like we do, our YouTube channel is like another child.
Yeah.
And we don't want to let it down. And community is very important to us.
Very, very important.
So that's why we made the switch.
I hope it works well for you guys too.
To Thursday. I hope I don't leave anyone out. And another thing is, it seems like Friday nights, there's a lot of people who have other plans too.
Yeah.
And maybe
it's the weekend.
Maybe
so
we can bring
it's understandable.
an hour of entertainment to Thursday nights.
Right.
Please quit making noise with the bowl. Noah's just over here, just banging the bowl. Stop it. We smoke chili.
We meaning he.
Okay.
So I told him, if you want smoked chili during the work week, you better come home from work and get started and get it on the smoker.
Well, we've never made it, and it was the easiest thing ever.
Yeah,
because
it really was.
Literally cook the meat, add the ingredients, put it on the smoker.
Yeah.
It had a pound of bacon. The only thing I didn't put in it was the brats from Emiley's chili recipe because the brats were frozen.
Yeah.
But it smoked for about 3 hours, and I got the best compliment in the world.
Yep, he did.
Noah says that he liked it better than the unstuffed pepper, which was like his prior favorite.
His favorite keto meal.
Yes. So, and Noah didn't like chili, but this chili with that good smoky flavor, oh, it's amazing and so easy.
Right.
Just set the whole
And
pot.
our camera is getting moved somehow.
Oh no, the dog.
But I don't know why we have not done smoked chili before today. But it seems like a lot of people like Jen and a few other people on Facebook have been posting chili photos and it's like I want because that's what I do. People post pictures of food and it gets stuck in my brain that I want that. And that was one of the things. So thank you for making that.
Kelly says that she's debating on whether or not to do KPL.
Oh, you should definitely do KPL. You won't be disappointed.
You won't be. It was one, usually your vacations, it's like, you have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But you can't wait to get home.
Yeah.
And
we didn't want to go home.
Yeah, we didn't want to come home.
And we were actually really up in the air as far as whether or not we would bring Noah to KPL. And he ended up going, and he had a lot of fun too. So
Yes.
It was a great time.
It really was.
Noah's growing like, it seems like an inch a week.
Yeah. He's taller than I am now.
Sandra says, this will be a better time. I could never watch live because of sports at the schools.
Yes. Yeah.
And and when Noah mentioned that, he's like, when can we go to a hockey game? And it was just things like that. It's like, well, because I looked at the schedule and there's no Saturday games that I could take him to.
Yeah.
They're all Friday nights.
Right.
So it just leaves up more options.
Yeah.
So hope everyone enjoys the Friday nights with Jackie. I know if we're not busy doing something, we will definitely be there.
Yes.
Wilson says, I'm behind, but hope you feel better, Emily.
Thank you. I don't know what's going on. I feel fine. It's just very sinusy. I keep sneezing and I feel like my nose is all red.
Well, the weather changes every day.
Yeah.
Every day here, it's either snowing,
Yep.
or it's 50 and sunny,
Yeah.
or it's 60 and rainy.
Right.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Hookah's here.
Hi, Hookah.
She's just talking to Bob.
Hi, Bob.
But yeah, it seems like, all right, the dog's continuously knocking on the camera.
Why are they doing that? They never do that. For some reason, tonight is the night that
Yep.
they keep wanting to go through the area where our camera is set up. And it makes no sense to me.
I
Daddy.
have a feeling
Yeah.
that Noah spilt chili on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And they're smelling chili over there, which is right where the camera was.
Right. That
So,
makes sense.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
what do we want to talk about?
Speaking of Friday nights, it's something I was going to bring up last weekend and I completely forgot about it. But 2 weeks ago, me and Noah went to a production, The Little Mermaid, And it was at an old theater in Dayton, Ohio. And it was built in the 1800s. I believe it was 1866 when this building was built. And the show was really good, but Noah's biggest problem that he complained about, because he's a boy, and I will agree and attest that the seats in the leg room were so small. But we were explaining to Noah, back in the 1800s, we didn't have fast foods. We didn't have the McDonald's. You know, we didn't eat the way most people eat today in the 1800s.
Correct. They didn't even have cars. They literally pulled up in horses there to watch the show.
Right. And it just brought up the point of how much smaller people were back then. And that had to have been why it was built that way. But I thought that was so, I don't know, just the point of how times have changed and the way people eat and the standard American diet now in comparison to the 1800s.
Yeah, they didn't have the processed foods and all the garbage.
Right.
I mean, I guess flour would have probably been.
Right.
And, you know, some pies or something.
Right.
That would have been it, but they definitely didn't have Little Debbie to go by.
Right. But yeah, the seats were pretty small at this theater. And then Tuesday night we went to another show, Les Miserables, and it was outstanding. It was a Broadway show brought to Dayton, and that was a lot of fun, and it had better legroom. Much better legroom.
I wish I could have went and seen Les Mis, because when I was in 7th grade,
Uh-huh.
or maybe it was 8th grade, we went through all the old Broadway musicals and we
Right.
did them, and that was like my favorite. I really enjoyed it, even at that age. Even when I thought everything in the world was stupid, I actually enjoyed that.
It was so good, the way they really bring everything on stage to life. It was so good. So good.
Twin Brook Acres is here.
Hi, Twin Brook Acres.
They say hello, healthy people.
Hello.
I seen Scott here too. So.
I did see Scott.
Paula says, talking to Lori. Lori is from the Philippines. and
Lori's from the
Paula's-
Philippines?
Yeah. Paula was telling
Wow.
them that the community is important. It's very important to
It's-
the point that I believe in my heart, if we didn't have a YouTube channel, or if we wasn't involved in community, we wouldn't be so close to our goals. I really do believe that.
Do you?
I do. Because I feel like I would have probably got down to about 250, 245.
And been like,
Here
"Hi."
yep, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then went back.
Yeah.
Without the community. I really do.
There's so much encouragement and inspiration. I love hearing about other people's stories and their non-scale victories and their scale victories. And
Carrie says,
and
what
all of it.
do you call a train made out of bubble gum?
Choo-choo train.
I think you cheated. I think you've seen the answer.
Maybe.
That is a good one, though.
Yes.
Crafty says there's a theater like that in Shreveport. It's a tight fit.
Yeah, it really was. Luckily, I had an aisle seat, and at intermission, I told Noah, because Noah's now taller than me and longer legs, so I said, Noah, at intermission, I'll trade you so you can at least put one knee out.
At least one.
Yeah.
Marianne says it was raining 81 yesterday, freezing tonight. Talk about strange weather.
That's strange too.
When I got up yesterday because I plow snow. Mm-hmm. I got up yesterday.
At 2 a.m.
Yeah, I got up at like 2:15 and left for work, and there was like 3 to 4 inches of snow on the roads, and it was just tire tracks, and it was horrible. It took me an hour and 15 minutes to get a 25-minute drive, and within 3 hours of being at work, the rain had moved in, and the snow was totally off the roads, and everything was clear and melting.
And perfect for my drive to work.
Yes. Carrie says 363 days, no coffee or caffeine. 2 more days until his year.
His year anniversary. That's awesome.
And Beth says, I'm too far away to go to any keto conferences or gatherings, so the YouTube community is my keto
We're
carnivore
here for
family.
you, Beth.
Maybe. you could find a community next to you, a place, maybe a gathering, a little meetup or something. Have dinner with other people who do keto.
Maybe.
Unless you're just really, really far away from everybody.
Yeah.
Which that probably ain't a bad thing either. Oh, Margie Kozrinsky's here.
Hi, Margie.
Says good evening.
Good evening.
Bob says, I think it was Dr. Baker, now we eat 100 times more sugar than we did even in 1970.
I believe it, for sure.
I bet it's 250 times since the turn of the century.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing when Noah was complaining about the seats. I'm like, Noah, this is how much bigger we as, a population are because of what we eat. For sure.
And yeah, Platte River Keto says Scott is here. Glad you enjoyed the shows.
Yes. It's nice to do things not based around food, right?
Beth says from Perry Sound, a little town a few hours north of Toronto.
I want to go to Canada someday. We're
you
getting
know-
our passports and we've decided we are going to go to Canada.
We are for
Yeah.
just a little short, maybe just overnight,
Yeah.
but it might be Toronto.
Yeah.
Bob says he really agrees with thoughts on the community.
Yes.
I agree. And you know what, Bob? I don't know how strong you were you are in your journey without community, but you probably, I mean, if you agree, you probably understand that,
Yeah.
maybe Bob posting his video every day of him walking, that keeps
Somebody else.
him accountable, because
and inspire somebody else.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think if I was in Bob's shoes and I'm walking, and I'm, if I'm doing my walks every day,
Right.
knowing that people are expecting to see your walk and hear your talk, that gives you more motivation to get out versus
And do it.
if nobody's there,
Walk your walk.
then you'd be able to skip it. And then, next thing you know, one skip turns into 2 days skipping, and then next thing you know, you're like, remember when I used to walk?
Yeah. Yeah.
I got my own little challenge going on.
He does.
I'm doing my weightlifting,
Yeah.
and that is my thing.
Which brings us to this next question from Ageless Keto. How's the DDPY going?
How is it going?
It is going very good for me. I did skip a day last weekend.
Why?
Just got busy and I failed. I don't have a good excuse other than I got busy. But I know Scott's doing it 7 days a week, which is amazing. My goal for me is 3 days a week. So as long as I get my 3 days in, then I feel good.
Now, the day that you skipped, that wasn't your 3 days.
It was Saturday, and so that was the last day of the week for last week. Oh. So I didn't get it in on Saturday, so I did not get 3 of them in last week.
Well, I have not missed working out.
Yeah, he's been lifting weights.
Not at all. I'm sticking to it.
He's very headstrong on it.
now, so what I did last week was I was doing one, isolating body parts basically, and I was doing one heavy day and one light day.
Yeah.
So it was me lifting 6 days a week, and I was like, I'm just gonna put it all into one. That way, I only got to do it 3 days a week.
Right.
Well, I decided
it didn't work.
I didn't miss.
You didn't miss.
But I dreaded it.
Yeah. So he spread it back out.
Yeah, I spread it back out, and now I work out. Now my lifting's like a half hour, 35 minutes one night. And then the next day, it's a light day on different body parts.
Right.
And it's just 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's so doable.
Yeah.
So what I did was I put in my crunches and stuff on the day that I don't like. Like, not on my hard day, but on my easy day.
Right. Your sit-ups.
Yeah.
Because you're doing full sit-ups because you're bringing the thing down, right?
Yes.
On the weight bench.
Yes.
And doing it that way.
And I'm actually adding, every time I do one, I do 3 sets.
Yeah.
And then I add one to one of the sets every
That's good.
time. So I'm getting up there.
Yeah. He has goals.
And I couldn't even do 6 at a time. I couldn't do 6 squats when I started.
Yeah, squats are the worst.
And now I'm up to doing, I can do way more than 10, and I can do it multiple sets.
Right.
With no pain. I'm doing the same thing there too. So every time I do it, I'm doing one more every time.
Right.
1% better.
Like Bob.
Just like Bob. Carrie said, passed my comp TIA 8+ exam. I had to take the second test on the 23rd and pass, so now I am certified till 2026.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know, but it sounds important.
But congratulations, it does sound really important.
He might just be a doctor.
He could be.
I don't
know.
I don't either.
But congratulations, that's awesome. A test.
If we don't know what it is, it's probably high tech.
I know. Beth said, number 4, Bobby Orr.
Everybody who knows hockey has heard of Perry Sound. The local butcher shop in town I buy my meat from is Orr's Butcher Shop.
I know Bobby Boucher.
Marty Mac, I'm in Toronto. I'll show you around.
Yes. I've never been to Canada, and I really, really want to go.
Kathy says you'll love Canada, especially Toronto. Come in summer.
Yes.
Sounds like everyone's Canadian tonight.
Yes, I definitely want to go. Somebody at work just went not too long ago, and he loved it. And the company I work for is Canadian-based.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Cynthia says community is definitely needed more than I realized. I'm really motivated to stay on track. I'm going to post weight, if gained, lost, or stayed the same, on Saturday on your update. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's such a cool thing.
When we started this channel, or actually not even when we first started the channel, when we started this diet, it was a diet. I wanted to lose weight, and that's how I looked at it. And my biggest fear was with yo-yo dieting in the past and starting things with him. I knew what my level of weakness was. And I was so afraid that he would back out and not want to do it. And I didn't want to do it by myself. But the community that we found, I had no clue it was out there. And I feel like if I would have just known that before, like I could have done this a long time ago.
And the whole way on Saturday, that all started from the fact that my family, who was, they were all overweight. All of them. Like, all of my family was overweight. They went to this place called the Diet Workshop.
Yeah.
And they had to go, and they had to weigh in on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
And that kept them on track because they knew that, and it was, they weighed in all together. So, like, everybody sitting in the room, seeing if you gained.
Or if you lost.
And I remember them coming in and, like, talking about, oh, well, so-and-so gained this and that. And, and they were giving excuses saying they didn't do it, but I know they're cheating.
It's terrible.
And it was almost like AA because they got little coins.
Yeah.
For how much weight loss they got.
Right.
So it was like their AA chip or whatever coin. And so the whole diet. Train. So as bad as that sounds and shameful, it also, there was, maybe not the public weigh-in, like in front of people, but that's what we do. But we're willing to accept the consequences if we get made fun of.
Yeah.
But it's actually a good thing to us.
For us it is.
Because it keeps you accountable. There ain't a time that I don't grab a snack and think, you're going to have to weigh in Saturday. And sometimes it might make enough to put it back. Most of the time, not.
Put the cheese back, James.
I'm telling you, I'm with the weightlifting, like, I know that's what's stalling my weight loss. I know it is. But I'm willing to deal with that.
Right.
Because I can't put off exercise anymore. Just
in fear of the scale not moving.
At some point, overall health comes above just what the scale says.
Yes. And I agree wholeheartedly, but I do get in my own head. I will admit that.
You do. As a matter of fact, my weight loss goal is 210, and it's always been 210.
Yeah.
But because the last 3 pounds has been such a problem,
He's changing it.
I'm changing it. My weight loss goal now, my goal is 205. That way I have 8 pounds to go and I can just keep right on trucking. And I can stop at 208.
Oh boy.
Marie's here from
Canada.
Manitoba. Where that is.
I don't either.
Oh, Hookah's telling Jackie she's not making the drive to the indie meetup.
Oh, boo.
I know.
You should.
Scott says, I actually started the DDPY advanced program. I'm a bit nervous about the later workouts, but I'm loving it.
I'm nervous for you.
She's nervous for her because she'll get there someday.
Yeah, I still don't like the core workouts.
You know, not to sound like a dirty old man or anything, but the best part of yoga is getting to watch Emily do yoga. Twin Brookacre says, I've been shoveling snow and lugging firewood for my workouts. Some areas I could use my tractor or snowblower, but I want the workout with a shovel.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
Just regular life things.
I think, yeah, well, didn't Dr. Barry say something that he doesn't work out, that he gets his from working on the farm?
Working on the farm.
Yep.
Kelly just bought my ticket to KPL and booked the hotel. That is awesome.
That is awesome. I cannot wait to meet you.
So we get to see...
we get to meet Kelly.
We get to meet Kelly on the cruise.
Oh, yeah, you are going on the cruise, too.
That means if we don't like her, we'll have to see her again.
Oh.
Or if she don't like us.
Yeah. To be fair.
She might meet us on the cruise and be like, I totally regret buying the KPL tickets.
Right.
Carrie says it's some computer stuff. I'm just so nerdy.
I'm still proud of you. That's awesome that you passed the test.
Everyone needs to be nice to nerds. You know why?
They're smart.
They'll probably end up being your boss.
Yes.
Or you'll end up working for one. Hookah says, I don't want to be in a car that long. Neither do I, but we might be driving to Texas for the cruise. We don't know yet.
I'm secretly kind of hoping.
We are pricing, it's one of them things. We're pricing airlines.
Yeah, and if they don't get low enough for us, we'll just drive.
I have a feeling that they're going to get a lot lower before, and if they don't, it's worth the gamble that Emily will have to drive me there.
Yep.
Because, I don't know, I don't want to drive that far. We'll definitely have to tag team the drive.
That's fine.
Because
I have my license.
I just don't want to. I know, but I get car sick.
I
If I'm not driving, I get car sick because I start looking out the window and I start reading, and next thing you know, it's like, pull over, I'm getting sick.
Yeah.
Hookah don't want to be there in the car with her husband.
Okay, I understand that too.
You know, we have never seen Mr. Hookah.
We have not.
I've never seen Mr. Hookah in a video. Bob says there's a huge van camper builder just outside Toronto. We'll wave at him. Lynn is from Pittsburgh to Houston, then Galveston for cruise.
Ooh. You're flying, right?
From Pittsburgh? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Lynn,
well, the question wasn't for you.
Oh. Linda's here from Connecticut.
Hi, Linda.
Jackie says we were literally 5 minutes from Canada. We were going to cross over and visit Niagara Falls, but it was too complicated trying to and cross. I'm hoping, so we have a passport that should be coming anytime.
Yeah, hopefully.
And hopefully, once we get our passports, that will make Canada so much easier.
Yes. I can't wait. And I do want to go to Niagara Falls. And I hear it's way better on the Canada side.
Lynn's going by air.
Okay. That, yes.
Jean is from Oshawa, Ontario, Canada.
We got a lot of Canadians in here tonight.
We do.
That's awesome.
That's how far we are behind. Everyone's saying train.
I so feel like I'm talking through my nose.
Kathy says, weighed in on Saturday mornings, ensures good behavior Friday nights. Don't want any saltwater gains. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sandra says, I do TOPS. Take off pounds sensibly. It's a national nonprofit weight group. Almost every town has a TOPS group weigh-in Tuesday morning.
I've never heard of that.
I personally like the public weigh-in.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
Yeah. I remember being so ashamed about my weight that I didn't want anybody to know. And when we started this channel, that was the first time where I'm like, you guys, this is what I weigh.
She told me, she's like,
I didn't even want to tell him how much I weighed.
She started at 226. I'm like, damn.
I didn't. I was so ashamed of it. I didn't want, you know.
I don't think you look 226. Not that I know what 226 looks like on a female.
But
who was I to say anything?
Even now I'm 153 and I still see 226 when I look in the mirror. You know, so
yep.
I don't know how to fix that part.
I don't think that's ever gonna stop. It was because I'm 45. When I hit my goal, I'll be 45. I'm just putting it out there. I am hitting it. I'm hitting it before next December.
Yeah.
And when I hit my goal,
yeah.
I don't even know where I'm going with this.
You're still gonna feel.
I'm still
300?
yes. I'm still gonna feel 300. And what's different is I look in the mirror and I still see 314 pounds.
Yeah.
But when I see a picture, now I look like, wow, that looks really good. For some reason, the mirror and a picture are different. They tell a different story, and I don't know why.
It's definitely some work on me personally. Mm-hmm. It's gonna take work, right?
Do you know that there was times when I would walk by a mirror and I would turn my head purposely so I didn't see myself?
Yep, you've told me that. For sure, it's hard. It's hard to get out of that mentality.
Linda says Sundays are my weigh-in and measure day. Been doing it for years. I
enjoy it.
Do you think if we would still been on the standard American diet, say we never found keto and we never...
I wouldn't be weighing in every week.
Okay, but say we was. I mean, wouldn't you think that weighing in weekly would be good for even someone who's not on a diet? Just to make sure that...
I'm not on a diet.
No, I'm talking about anybody.
Just anybody.
Just someone who's not even on keto, someone who's nothing.
Somebody who's just eating the standard American diet.
Yeah, I think that weigh-in would do good anyway because I feel like the last I knew I was 240 pounds.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I just knew I was way big.
Yeah.
And then you don't want to get on the scale, but I feel like if you was to do it, no matter what diet you're on, I feel like if you was to get on the scale weekly, that might keep you in check.
Maybe.
If you've seen yourself going up and up and up, you'd be like, all right, gotta do something.
I think it'll vary. It varies person to person, you know? For sure.
22 QCat says, it's okay, James. You're gaining all that muscle.
That's
Way to go with the workouts. And, you know, I really feel...
He's going to toot his own horn.
No, I really, really, really feel a difference.
You can tell a difference.
I mean, I don't think I can really see a difference, but I can feel a difference, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I still got the flabby arms. And maybe they'll never go away.
Yeah. You'll get there.
Paula says, wow, Tops is an ancient group. I didn't know they were still around.
I hadn't heard of Tops
I never
before.
have either. I've heard of Jenny Craig and...
Yeah, Weight Watchers.
The old Diet Workshop, which I don't even know what that is.
I had never heard of that one until...
That might have just been a local,
right.
Right. Just one in the town I was in.
Yes.
Bob says we have to get our passports renewed before the 2024 cruise. Yes. I think renewing's a lot easier.
It really is, because you can even do that online.
You can do that online.
You don't have to go and mess with all the other nonsense.
MG3919 says, I did 8 days strict carnivore, but felt stuffy and rough. So made keto chow soup yesterday. So today is day 10 strict carnivore.
Was it pumpkin keto chow soup? Because I love that soup.
That is very good soup.
Yes. When we did a month of carnivore, it's the little things that I missed. Like, we do a mostly heavy meat-based diet.
Yes.
But I like to have pickles and olives with my burger.
And they seem like a treat.
They do. Or I like to have a lettuce wrap, you know. There's just little things that are just make it more sustainable for me.
Speaking of lettuce wraps. So Emily posted a picture on Instagram and stuff of me taking a big mouthful of a unwich from Jimmy John's.
Yes.
And
I tagged Jimmy John's in the photo on Instagram.
And yeah, they reached out to her and asked if they could use it in their social media.
Yes.
And said they were going to send her something.
Yes.
I'm only worth $10. We got a $10 gift card for my picture.
Yeah, when it came in, I said, James, your face is worth $10.
This modeling stuff does not pay that good.
It was still nice.
It was.
It was very nice.
It was. $10 is $10.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that $10 didn't actually pay for the sandwich that I was eating.
Right.
Because it's $10.99.
Yeah.
Jimmy John's.
That's all right. We'll still eat Jimmy John's.
Marianne says, I'm a slow loser because of all of my health issues, but I've lost 25 pounds since Keto Palooza.
That's awesome.
Anything that you lose, anything, even if it was a pound, just think if you wasn't doing the proper human diet, that probably would have been a 3-pound gain.
Yeah, it would be for me,
actually,
for sure.
Actually, through the holidays, to think that you lost 25 pounds through the holidays.
Yes, that's awesome.
And I looked that up, and it said the average person expected to gain 8 pounds.
During the holidays.
From Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome, though.
You can count that as 33 pounds.
You're rocking it, Marianne.
Yeah, you didn't gain 8, and you lost 25, so we'll call that 33. Jackie says if you decide to drive, let me know. Maybe we can have a caravan.
A caravan.
Well, I'll caravan with Jim, but I don't know about you. Jojo, hi from Washington.
Hi, Jojo. I'm so happy you're here.
I finally made it home in time for one of your lives.
Well, get used to it. It's going to be Thursday nights now.
Yeah, well, it's only 4:30 there.
Yep. That would be hard for me, too.
Hookah says, and you probably won't 4 years on Crafting Channel, and he's never made an appearance. Maybe him talking off screen, but that's it.
That's it.
Kelly grew up in Maine, was 20 minutes from the Canadian border.
You know, Maine is another place that I would love to visit that I've never been to, and I just purely want to go there for the seafood.
Lynn says,
like I said in the past, basing things around food.
She has to go there for seafood. Like that's the only place you can get lobster. We got to drive to Maine to get lobster.
But I want to go whale watching too.
Well, I am planning on swimming at the cruise. I do plan on swimming at the cruise. Lynn can't read.
No.
Ride in the car, I'll get sick.
Yeah.
Me too. And I know that, but I still get bored in the
He still does
seat.
it. And then if he's driving, he wants me to look up things and read things, and it makes me sick.
She's my co-pilot.
Yeah.
Marcy belongs to Tops also.
I've never heard of that one.
Alan's here.
Hi, Alan.
Out of work for the day.
Ah, me too. Luckily, tomorrow's Friday. I'm so glad. It's been some long weeks.
But now we have Thursday.
Yep.
Thursday.
I like Thursdays because it's Friday Eve.
Crafty says, Smiley, I see a very slim woman looking at you.
Thank you.
Is she calling me a woman?
Yep.
Grilling Keto's here. Good evening.
Hi, Grilling Keto.
Jennifer Lucas says, went to northern Michigan and rode a kiddie train with our kids. Hubs and I stretched our feet out when it crossed into Canada and touched the ground, so I've been to Canada.
There you go.
Uncle Big Guy's here.
Uncle Big Guy.
Howdy y'all, still working?
I'm sorry.
Kelly says, you and my hubby are going to have a good time on the cruise because he's a Browns fan.
Nothing? You got nothing?
Nope. I was going to say, it won't be anything. I work with dummies all the time. Yes, I'm a Steeler fan in Cincinnati.
Yeah, he was a Bengals fan for the longest time.
I turned.
And he turned because he got mad at...
When they got
He got mad and turned.
I did. I was just done. It all happened all at the same time. I got tired of the NFL when they were all kneeling and all that stuff, and then I didn't care for a couple years, and then it was like, okay, I'm done. And then when I came back, I was a Steeler fan. Even though Cincinnati wins all the time now, that's okay. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't regret my decision. Yeah. I think I look better in yellow.
There you go.
Even though the way our house looks, you would think orange would go better. Jennifer says I've weighed in for over 50 years. It sometimes helped others and made me feel like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I get it.
I do get it. Totally get it.
Jackie says it sounds like a Canada meetup needs to be organized.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Jennifer says I have to get the upgraded driver's license before I can get a passport. Emily just went through all of that.
I just went through all that, so I feel your pain. And it was a pain to get the new license as well for me. Just because of the whole name change thing, and I didn't have all the proper paperwork I needed, so I had to get that, and then it was just frustrating.
Twin Brook Acres has to run. Forgot to do dishes. Oh, MG3919 says yes, pumpkin sausage soup. It was keto chow, a stick of butter, water, 2 pounds of sausage, and all the spices.
Yeah, we have 2 packets of the pumpkin sausage, or the pumpkin keto chow right now that we're not allowed to use until a special day for the soup.
Is that all we have is 2?
Yes.
Okay, so they have released something saying that you can easily use salted caramel in its place.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
So, and you know, I'm not really that. What's crazy is I don't really like pumpkin, but that soup, it's the soup. That is the best soup I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it's so good.
I believe it's better than chili. I hate to say that.
I love chili.
But that soup is so different. It's so different. It is sweet and spicy all in one. It's just so good.
For sure.
And Paula says there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing carnivore forever.
Nope.
Nope. Other than you can't have pickles.
Yep, can't have pickles.
If it wasn't for
pickles and olives
and lettuce, I'm just one of the people who just likes a salad. I don't like a salad because it's healthy.
Yeah.
I eat salad plenty of times followed by a pie.
It's mostly meat in your salad.
I just like the salad.
Right.
It's like a little bit of lettuce and a lot of bacon.
A lot of bacon.
A lot of bacon.
And cheese.
When we go to a place with a salad bar, like they probably come out to stock and it's like, all right, where's all the bacon? Because it's all gone.
Yeah. That's all right.
Jennifer says it'll pay more when you get your bikini body. Are you saying I don't already have one?
Oh, Luz is here.
Luz is here.
I hope you're doing well.
Yes.
And we did just change it to Thursdays, right today?
Today.
And if you missed that part, just to recap really quick, it's just scheduling, and we feel that Thursdays are going to be better for us.
Yes, Fridays was going to be we might have to cancel more than we don't cancel. Mm-hmm. So it was just time to make the switch of something that really we wanted to happen all along. We just didn't know the time slot, and then it just came to the point of I don't think anyone has a live at 7 o'clock on Thursday, but if they do,
we're sorry.
We're sorry.
Yeah,
we do too.
Beth said she started keto on March 21st, and I'm having a hard time seeing because.
And I've been carnivore since November of 2021.
Ooh,
I've lost
that's awesome.
78 pounds, 20 to 25 still to go.
That is absolutely amazing, Beth. That's awesome.
How much are you doing?
About that.
That's right about where you are.
Yeah.
79, 78.
That's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Margie says I gained 11 pounds on the holidays, but have lost 8 already.
That's awesome. That's a win.
Yeah, there was probably quite
Holidays are hard. They're rough, and you know, you're right back at it. So
Jackie says
super
that
strong.
James can take the boys, and they'll have us in the comb car.
Comb car.
Paula says, "Congrats, Beth. I'm carnivore and doing fabulous. Won't go back."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever works. I mean,
It's awesome.
You know, there's people who just do low carb, And then there's people that's keto, and then there's people who's ketovore, and then carnivore.
It's just that dial wherever you need to turn it.
And then lion diet.
Yeah, lion diet.
There's so many things, and whatever works, whatever one works.
Yep.
And they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
I can go from keto to lion diet tonight.
You can.
For a while, I could.
Yeah.
I absolutely could. Beth says, like James says, I know too much, I can't go back. It's true.
It is. It really is.
Lindsay Murphy's
Is that Lindsay I see?
It is Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
She just realized we were live.
Ah.
Alan says, go to Hawaii to go whale watching here in Southern California, too, in the wintertime.
Oh. Hawaii is definitely on the bucket list, too.
Luz says, did we get a notification? I don't know, but you should have.
He set that up, or was supposed to. He could have messed it up, too.
I set it up a couple hours ago, and I posted it in the community tab. I tried. But it'll be this way every time. At 7.
He really did spring this up on me today, and was like, yeah.
Semi-retired Bob says Cleveland, where all sports careers go to die. Scott says go 49ers. I've been a fan since Joe Montana.
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. Luz says my husband, son, daughter, and son-in-law are Steeler fans.
Our whole family is mixed. My dad and my brothers are diehard Bengals fans. James is a Steelers fan. Our oldest, Austin, is a Minnesota fan.
Vikings?
Our second oldest, our middle boy, Cordell, is a Green Bay fan. And then our youngest, Noah, is a Seattle fan. So,
but yeah. Noah also does like the Steelers.
And he does also kind of like the Bengals. He's impressionable right now.
And Robin says, Scott, you're too young to know Joe Montana. Beth says, I've been on 3 cruises since being carnivore. It's very easy. I eat loads of fantastic food and lost weight every cruise. You guys will love the low-carb cruise.
I cannot wait. I
think I'm going to love, a cruise.
Yes.
We've been on 2 other cruises, and I'm not going to lie. Food literally ruined our cruise because we was eating very, very, very bad, and to the point that we would eat so much, and it's stupid when you look back.
Yeah.
We would eat so much of the junk.
That we would be miserable.
Miserable, and we took a lot of naps on that cruise ship and wasted a lot of time that we could have been out making memories and doing stuff because we were in a food coma.
Yeah. And since we've changed the way that we eat, I took a nap the other day, so I can't say I can't remember because I took a nap because
I was taking a nap?
Yeah.
Well, I was taking a nap because I woke up at 2 a.m.
I know.
For work.
And I had this head cold starting, so. But before that, I would sleep as late as I could, and I would always want to take a nap, and it was always food related. And it's sad. It's kind of embarrassing, really.
Sandra says, I'm a Browns fan, but go Cincinnati this weekend. My husband is a Steelers fan. We live in Ohio, but on the Pennsylvania border. Happy household.
Yes.
And you know what? I'm rooting for the Bengals, too.
Yep. I'm just there for support.
Lynn says, what kind of sausage? I'm guessing, is that about the
pumpkin sausage soup?
When we made the soup, we just used regular pork sausage.
Yeah.
Just the
breakfast sausage.
Yeah, I prefer the hot.
Yeah.
I think the hot is not hot, but it adds a little more flavor.
Yeah.
Mosca Frog Lover says, does anyone have good recipes for the Keto Chow chicken soup? So
the only thing that I have used it for is biscuits. And Keto Chow has a biscuit recipe.
They do.
And they're really good.
On Keto Chow's website, they have a recipe for everything.
They really do.
For everything. Like, it's amazing if you go in and start looking.
You know, Keto Brick has some recipes on their website as well.
I know, and I heard they're good.
I've made one.
You did?
Just one.
That was the marshmallow one or something?
No, it was a Keto Brick bark.
Okay, so the heavy whipping cream.
Made kind of a marshmallow-y. Yeah.
That was really good.
It was really good.
Well, now I want that.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
And Sheila asked if this is going to be our regular time slot.
I enjoy watching you guys. Yes.
We enjoy you, Sheila.
This will be our regular time slot.
Yeah. This is going to be the best for us to maintain and not have to cancel.
Yeah, it's either this or Wednesdays, and we're just
Yeah.
going with Thursdays. There's going to be so many more opportunities.
It's going to make it feel like a nice, long, good weekend. We'll have our
is.
lives on Thursdays, and we'll still have our Friday night.
Friday evening. There was
to
just
go to hockey games.
Yeah. You keep saying hockey games, but
know.
it's not only that.
I know.
There was even a couple concerts I looked at, and every one of them,
Yeah.
I was like, "Ooh, Noah would like to go to that concert." Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
I just think it's funny because
It
I have
is.
been wanting to go to a hockey game.
We love hockey, and we haven't got to go in so long.
Yeah.
Cindy says 53 down for me since October 3rd.
That's awesome.
That is.
Awesome, Cindy. Congratulations.
That is, and that's a very short period of time,
That
too.
is. That's so awesome.
Just think, you went through Halloween and didn't have candy.
I ordered chalk zero at Halloween.
And that's another thing.
Here we go.
I told her last night, I was like, you've got to stop ordering this. Because she orders it, and then she puts it up.
And then he finds it.
I find it, and then I want a piece. Now, it's always just, I just want one piece. And then she'll be like, you don't need that. It's like, well, why are you buying it if no one can have it?
I'm trying to help you.
It's kind of like when I was a kid, we had furniture in we had a family room and a living room.
Yeah, and you weren't allowed to sit in the...
Not allowed to sit on the furniture in the living room. It's like, well, why is it even here?
I just like to have it in case I want it, but I don't want it on a regular basis. If that makes sense.
Brian says, did you ever check for ketones during
No.
your 100-pound loss?
No.
And I will go a little bit further.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I think the checking for ketones is stupid. Because I know that if I check for ketones...
He's going to be like, what if I eat this?
Yeah.
How are my ketones going to
Yes, it would be an excuse for me to push the limit and say, can I have a half an Oreo? And then check my ketones the next day or that night.
Now, this is just
And then,
him.
can I have a whole Oreo? And next thing you know, I'm peeing on sticks everywhere. or needle pricks, whatever.
Now, this is just him.
That's me.
I have wanted to get a Mojo to check ketones, not for that reason, to see what my limits are. I would like to just to see how certain things might affect me, and I may not know it, you know?
Yeah, we just always knew, even from the beginning, before we even found community or even knew other ways of keto, about like fat intake and all the different things that you're supposed to do.
Right.
I knew that if I just didn't eat carbs, I had no choice but to be in ketosis.
Right.
And that's still my thing.
Yeah. And I usually don't even track at all, but I have been the past couple weeks just because I've been frustrated with the scale not moving like I want it to. Pretty much since November, I've kind of fluctuated, and it's really frustrating me to the point where last week I had narrowed in my eating window, and I'm tracking just to see what it looks like and what I'm doing and if it helps, and it just helps me get a better idea of what I'm doing, and that's just because I'm getting frustrated.
Okay, so I'm sure there's people here who's hit their goal or just within a pound
Right.
or two. It really does mess with you when, before, nothing I did, I would always lose weight. Always. I mean, I'm talking, 3 pounds 1 week, 4 pounds 1 week, 1.5 pounds 1
Yeah.
week. If I only lost a pound, it was kind of a down thing.
Yeah.
But now that I'm 3 pounds from my goal, it's, even up until then, it seems like it takes sometimes a month to lose 3/4 of a pound.
Yes.
It really messes with you, and you start like Monday morning quarterback. Okay, well, maybe if I didn't have,
Right.
maybe if I wouldn't have had that one little piece of dark chocolate, and at that point, it's kind of like, okay,
What am I doing?
Yeah, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Am I gonna like?
Yeah, and even though I've been reining in my eating window. I'm not super strict, so if I end up going 18-hour fast, instead of the 19 or 20 hours that my goal is, I'm not being hard on myself for that. But
Train.
last week, I feel like it's kind of helped me, and I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm getting too far into my head because I also want to continue eating the proper human diet and know that I need to trust the system, because I fully know that. But again, I'm 3 pounds away from that stupid number that I made up at the beginning of this, and it just is what it is. It's frustrating to me. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun in the beginning, though, and enjoy the journey.
Right.
I guess I'm sentenced to the journey forever, because it seems like I'm never getting there.
I know. It's just hard because then I get, frustrated that I'm getting frustrated because I do trust the system.
But I've enjoyed the journey. You know what? This is what I get for all the times I used to joke and say, well, maybe I'll just stay a couple pounds away. That way I never have to get into maintenance.
Yeah. That's what you get.
That's what I get. I jinx myself.
Yeah. But that's all right.
Grilling Keto says, we found out my wife can't eat gluten on a cruise. And Sheila says, I Googled what's the warmest place in Ohio. Gallipolis, it was the warmest. I Googled it twice to be sure they got it right.
That's so funny that you know how to pronounce that.
Gallipolis.
Yeah.
That's what the...
that's what it's called.
That's what the Gallipolisians say.
Yep. I didn't say hi to Jonah. Jonah, hi.
Lindsay says she's in the thick of a head cold right now, Emily.
It stinks, doesn't it? I don't know. I feel like I'm talking through my nose. So I've upped my electrolytes today because I'm like, I need to have more.
Paula says she was a Houston Oilers fan back in the day when I lived in Houston. Now, Vikings and Packers are my teams.
There you go. Cordell and Austin would love you to pieces.
And the Oilers moved to Tennessee. They are now the Titans. And Robin says, Lindsay, sorry you're feeling...
You know what? I am so rude, Lindsay. I am sorry that you're in the middle of this head cold, too.
Alan says they have Santa Ana winds, but nice otherwise.
Yeah, I've never been out there.
Yeah, I don't even know what Santa Ana looks like.
I know.
Where are we? Alan says, Lindsay, a big ribeye always makes me feel better.
Yes. I've really been liking strip steak more lately, for some reason.
Kay Frankie says, so glad you switched to Thursdays. I always missed you guys live on Fridays because we were just super busy, so I would watch the replay on Saturdays.
Thank you for that.
Great. Yes, we appreciate anyone who ever watches us.
Yes.
Do you remember what you thought when I said, let's start a keto YouTube channel?
I thought you were so dumb.
I know she thought I was dumb, because if it was her idea, I'd be like, that is so stupid.
Yeah, because, well, so I always, when I was taking my college classes, I had to do a public speaking class, and it was an online class. So all of my projects and everything I had to do videos for, I dreaded that class so much. Like, you have no idea. And I would go in another room and shut the door, and I didn't want him to hear me talking to my camera. And then when I had to save them on the computer and submit them, I'm like, I have to get this off the computer. James is going to find it, and he's going to make fun of me.
Now look at us.
So I kind of now wish I still had them so I could look back and see how nervous I looked.
I can just imagine her now, locked in a bedroom, talking to a camera.
Yes.
Nervous.
Yeah, and it wasn't all that much different.
That probably one person was going to see it.
Yeah.
One person.
My instructor for that class.
And how many do we have in here now? 99.
Oh, wow.
99 people watching you. And you know what? They're all staring at you.
Oh, stop.
Cindy says, I still eat Russell Stover's sugar-free candy.
You know what? James ate M&M's for the longest time.
I ate M&M's for probably 6
So you're welcome for the Chalk Zero sugar-free.
6 months, 5 months maybe. I had a thing, I would get 3 M&M's before bed.
Yep.
Because I had a thing my whole life that dinner, I wasn't done eating until I had something sweet. So somehow the sweet said, okay, you're done for the night. And then
I'm
switched.
sure there's others out there like that.
So I broke that habit with Keto Chow. I would make a Keto Chow, and the Keto Chow would last all week long.
Because I
would go over, I got rid of the M&Ms. Mm-hmm. I would go over and I would take a sip out of the Keto Chow. Yep. And then I'd put it back, and now I don't do that.
Yep. I wish we would have wrote the date down that you stopped. So we would know.
You know, I guess I've lived pretty good in my life.
Yeah.
If we can talk about when I gave up M&Ms.
Yep.
I never had an alcohol problem or anything. It's just, I remember when I gave up M&Ms.
Yep. When I gave up M&Ms.
Kelly says, I will bring my meter on the cruise.
I'm so curious.
And you can check them.
You don't know how many times I've gone online and put it in the cart to buy one, and I'm like, do I really need it? James usually talks me out of it. Jennifer
says, I'm the opposite. I only spot check ketones. When my ketones are up, my frame of mind is, don't mess that up.
That's how I feel like I would be with that.
Well, that's why everybody's different.
I know.
Everyone is completely like the whole...
And if I had it in the house, he would be like, ooh.
No, because I know my limitations. Like, I know. I just don't. I would probably check mine just to see what they were.
Yeah.
And if they were good, I would just not check them again. But if they were, I don't know. Bottom line is, if you're only eating a few carbs a day, you have to be in ketosis.
Right.
You have to be.
Yeah. I don't think I've gone over 10 carbs a day this week because I've been tracking everything. So
I go over 10 quite a bit.
Do you?
Yeah.
I have not been.
Like if I take a keto chow and eat, even with butter, that's 8. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's very close. I think a pickle puts me at 10 after that.
Right.
A lot of people talking about where they are.
I know. It's
exciting. JR says, I feel you have been carnivore for 8 months and haven't lost 1 pound. I do feel good and not hungry all the time, but 0 weight loss, even though I'm considered obese. I stick to it just for the non-scale victory.
It's true, because and when you know and you learn how... Okay, like I said, when we started, I wanted to lose weight. I had no idea how bad I felt until I didn't. And that was such a huge, like he says, once you know too much and you can't go back. Like,
can't go back.
Yeah.
Can't go back.
For sure.
At least not, and be happy.
And not a single ear infection.
I know.
Like, it's so weird for me.
Miriam's
here. Hi, Miriam. Pretty lady.
Jennifer says, I don't have a goal number. I guess I'll know when I get there.
Yep. I don't even know where we got our numbers. We were just kind of like, I want to weigh this much.
Mine was, I was 314 and I wanted to lose 100 pounds.
Okay.
So that wouldn't have made sense to have been 214.
Yeah.
I should have said 213.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Jonna's here, says hi guys.
Hi, Jonna.
Lynn says, first cruise for me. How many get seasick? I do not get seasick on a cruise ship.
I have.
You've never actually gotten really sick, though.
No, but...
There was one really rough night at sea, and the boat was kind of really lifting up quite a bit.
Yeah, it was a little bit rough.
And she got a little queasy.
Yeah. I didn't like it, though.
But that was the only time. It was actually one night. And we've been on 2 cruises. It's only one night.
Yeah. But we have always brought, what's it called? The C6 stuff.
Dramamine?
Dramamine, yeah. Just in case, so.
Lou says, Emily's, did yours start with a headache? I have a terrible headache.
Yes, I've had a headache. It was only like right behind my left eye, and I had kind of a scratchy throat, and I kept sneezing. And now it's kind of nasally for me now. I don't know. But I definitely, yes, feel like I'm talking through my nose.
Alan says if you get seasick, it keeps you from eating as much and easier to fast.
Yeah.
It definitely would be.
It would be, yes.
Marty Max says suggest you take oil of oregano capsules for your cold, antiviral, and works every time for me. Take it when you're done eating for the day.
That. Oil of oregano capsules? I didn't know they sold those.
Miriam says, I'm so glad you started the channel now. We get to know you. It is the best.
Aw. Aw.
Swilson says, my keto mojo never shows me in ketosis.
Really? Oh, that would make me so mad.
Hookah says, Smiley, I used to be the same way about lives or public speaking.
Yes, for sure.
Jonna says, find out if I don't get enough salt, I get nasty headaches.
Yeah. I've upped my electrolytes today, and I haven't had a headache today, so that's a plus, right?
Lynn says, I was okay on a little boat. I definitely got sick on
a little boat.
On a little fishing boat. I swear it was 130 degrees out there. It was so hot, and that boat was just, it would not stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, looks like everyone's talking and having a good time.
I love that.
You know.
Don't you?
I do.
I
almost feel bad that it's about time for us to jump off because Joe and Rachel come on at 8:30.
They do come on at 8:30.
As far as I know, they come on at 8:30.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Jonna says, I get sick. Motion sickness is the worst. It is. Mm-hmm. And that is why I almost can't do roller coasters anymore because I don't know, my head jars around.
Would you try it now, though?
Roller coasters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He would never get on them with me before.
I was kind of afraid the seat belt wouldn't fit either.
Yeah. I'm definitely one of those people who will try most anything once. But I love roller coasters, and I love skydiving, and I love those kind of things.
Kelly says, being on a Navy ship, I enjoyed the rocking, especially while I slept.
I could totally see that. My grandpa was in the Navy, and thank you for your service, too. For sure.
All right. Carrie says it says 7:30 my time for 2KK.
Yes.
All right, you guys. Well,
this was fun.
This was very fun.
And there's another train. JR said, real quick.
Do you get hungry after drinking electrolytes, even if you ate beforehand?
No. I don't.
You know, if we ever go to sell our house, we're going to have to do it in showings in 20-minute increments.
For the trains?
When we looked at the house, do you ever remember a train
No.
screaming by?
No. Do you get hungry after drinking electrolytes?
No, not noticeable.
I don't think I really noticed.
I get hungry. I'm fighting it. I get hungry at times.
Certain times of the day?
Yeah, certain times of the day. So when I worked at the prison, I ate every single day at 10:30 a.m.
Yes.
And every day at 10:30 a.m., regardless if I'm hungry or not, I feel like I've got to eat.
Yeah.
And that's one of the habits I need to break.
Yeah.
So, All right, everybody.
Thank you guys so much for joining us and talking with us.
Yeah.
I
And
love you guys so much.
all right, 2KK comes on at 8:30 Eastern.
Yes.
And we're
gonna see you over there, I'm sure.
and we'll see you Saturday morning.
Yeah.